Victory.
I'd like to mulligan now that the troll has died again. To
You
steal
mean,
his
yeah,
soul.
now that he's actually dead.
Well, we think he's dead.
Yeah. All right, wisdom saving throw from the troll.
From the burning troll.
Oh, we gotta get a game recap. I don't know what happened last game.
Sure. The troll did roll a 19 though.
Oh.
No, he didn't. Yeah, it doesn't count until after the recap.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get to what happens with his soul there. All right. So when last we left our intrepid adventurers, they had landed in the town of Saltstone and had I don't know, a tacit agreement to try to keep a low profile, find out what was going on with the Simic in this area, as they had followed a map liberated from the raiders that had tried to capture experiment 7723, our own Skippy Hoppington. When they arrived in town, Boomer tried to get the skinny from a local seagull.
Yes.
Seagull got a bit lippy with him. Boomer wasn't having any of that. And so he stuffed the entire seagull into his mouth. Keeping a low profile in front of all the dock
after we
hands.
spent about an hour trying to figure out how to disguise Jeff so he wouldn't stand out.
Right. Spent a ton of time so we didn't want Jeff to stand out. Kept Jeff nice and, nice and low. Had Skippy riding in there so nobody would recognize Skippy. There was talk of magic. Makeup was used. There was an entire theater department. Stepped off the boat and Boomer shoved a seagull into his mouth. Instantly, every dock band stopped what they were doing and watched as Boomer crunched the wings and shoved this bird squawking into his mouth. And of course, bad gas travels fast in a town, so word instantly spread throughout the entire town of Saltstone. Boomer was a little nonplussed at what the big deal was. Of course, nobody else heard the conversation between Boomer. Well, they heard the conversation. Nobody else understood it. It was just Boomer going, Boomer going back. Basically just watch this dwarf flap his arms and squawk at this seagull and then shove it into his mouth. The party decides that they want to get some information and provisions. Felix tries to smooth things over with the foreman on the docks there. It went pretty well. Managed to smooth things over, as it were. She seemed a little perturbed by what had just happened. Felix then heads over to the local provisioners, who was acting a little shady, a little suspicious. Had an octopus explode in his shop, and the thing is, he didn't seem that surprised that something like that had happened. But then he seemed more alarmed than surprised, but didn't seem to want to talk about it too much, and closed up shop rather quickly. Nico made a friend at the local tavern, the Line and Sinker. He got to know the guy over a few drinks. The guy's tongue loosened a little bit. And he began talking about some of the other patrons in the bar. one of whom took offense to this and wanted to leave. Boomer hadn't been introduced, wanted to have a drink with the man. He decided to decline. Felix closed the door on him. Boomer insisted, and then negotiations devolved. He transformed into a troll, large troll. There was a little scuffle. He got his head removed from his shoulders by Boomer. And then while Skippy was checking his pockets, he regrew his head, or started to regrow his head. Skippy wasn't having any of that, shoved an explosive down his regrowing neck hole, exploded his chest, and then Boomer, remembering that he had fought trolls in the past, said, "Oh, right, trolls," drugged the carcass over to the hearth fire there and dumped it in where the troll burned. Felix attempted to take the soul of this individual, and when he planted the staff, ice formed, the fire dimmed, and the soul that came out of this individual's body did not look entirely human. It was horribly twisted and malformed. One of the hands, the spectral hand, instead of it being, sort of just a regular hand, was all skeletal and gross, but the skeleton only had 3 fingers on the hand and massive claws. The bones were much thicker and heavier than a human's. The other he had was just this massive tentacle, and his skull was misshapen, and he had more than the required number of eyes. And as the soul came out, it was screaming in tortured agony, but would not be pulled towards the staff. Instead, the soul fled the body, the burning body of the troll, and moved in a westerly direction.
Mm-hmm.
Is that in the direction of the ruins?
Mm-hmm.
I do have one comment I'd like to say that I don't remember us negotiating exactly. I believe what we were doing was kind of threatening, and we weren't subtle about it. I don't believe that's negotiation.
Well, none of you are exactly Kissinger, but it's the closest you've ever come. You tried. You didn't immediately.
Nico and I are negotiators.
Yeah, you didn't immediately attack him, and so I'm calling that negotiating for this group. The
I hate to
bar
tell you.
is low.
We talked
just gotta
first.
Nico and Boomer and Felix from having conversations. The few times that Gaston has been the lead, we ended up not getting into a fight, despite the fact that we dealt with a particularly racist Dragonborn. We still didn't get in trouble.
He deserved to be.
That's why you're never the leader.
Beaten.
You know what? I mean, I'm willing to say that this negotiation was a milestone.
I feel I've grown
are you
spiritually from
So I have. Is there a way I can take a look at what that soul looked like and go and see if I can see what they've done to it? Like, oh damn, what did they twist it with? Would that be Arcana, religion?
It would be Arcana or Nature.
So yeah, 19 Arcana, 14 Nature.
Okay, so yeah, looking at it, it definitely looks like this looks you're familiar with, not like intimately familiar, but you have some knowledge of what the Simic Combine is about. And some of the experiments, you've definitely heard rumors in some of the circles you travel in.
My ex-wife, you mean?
No, more the what's the name? The guild you belong to.
Oh, is it?
The Is It? Sorry, yeah. The Is It and the Is It and the Simic Combine sometimes come into conflict with their experimental areas, and you've definitely seen some of the stuff that they're working on. And so, yeah, you look at looking at the soul, you're like, oh shit, yeah, this guy has work has been done on this guy on an arcane level, like on a spiritual level, like not just a physical level, to which the Simic, some of the experiments that they do obviously involve a lot of arcane stuff and bending of the weave. And it looks like he has been sort of twisted body and soul to conform to a new standard of life, which is pretty typical of the Simic.
Yeah, is this one of those experiments that if it gets out, could be like world-ending catastrophe type things?
According to the official Simic press release.
No, not our press releases.
Oh, some of the Is It stuff, some of the investigations that the Is It has launched would indicate that some of the stuff that the Simic Combine has delved into, if it were to ever get out, could be very dangerous to the public.
So guess I'm going to turn to look at the group. So guys, how attached exactly are you to this plane?
Plane?
What plane?
Deplane.
No, this world that we're visiting right now. Would you
We're not visiting.
consider moving to a different place?
Yeah, this one's full of
Yeah.
demons, anyway.
Easy come, easy go.
Yeah, I thought I was from Barovia, so.
You're like, this plane's all full of demons and shit anyway. We should probably go.
Doesn't look like the brochure.
I've got quite a bit of experience traveling from plane to plane. We may not want to hang out here
We'll be fine.
because there's some long-term issues I'm seeing with this place. I mean, I've been to some really messed up places, but this place has got its own taint.
We shouldn't just leave it, should we? Is there something we can do? Like, isn't that like we're the good guys?
You're right. You're right, Skippy. We should bring them under the protection of the Duchy of Koska, of course. Give them that sense of security that all free people yearn.
Wait, isn't that slavery?
Great idea, Skippy. You're right as always. I'll walk over to the bar. I've had quite a bit to drink, I guess, by this point. So yeah, I'll sort of walk over to the bar. I've had feeling pretty good from the great victory I just commanded our first successful engagement here after all.
I'll follow Nico.
Yeah, straight up to the bar, and I'll.
And I'm big.
Yeah, you're big, right?
Yeah.
So the guy.
Someone's gonna examine the corpse.
Yeah. So the guy. What was his name? Was it
Randy?
Was it Ray? Roy? Randy? No,
Randy.
Randy was my friend, right? Or was
Rick.
Rick was the guy you were talking to. No, sorry, Randy was the guy you were talking to.
Right.
Rick is the guy at the bar.
I go up to Rick and say, Rick, my friend, I must confess, I've not been entirely honest with you. I've been traveling in disguise to conceal my true identity. I'm willing to share with you now. I feel this town deserves to be brought under the protection of my great and noble house, So, will you join me in a toast to bringing Saltstone into the Duchy of Koska?
He looks at you and he looks over at the still smoldering body of the troll, and he goes, "Look, I'm with
Excellent!" And I'll sort of thrust the drink into his hand and sort of clash them together and drink immediately. Say, Boomer, you'll join us in a toast, of course. A drink for my friend.
Oh yeah. Can Boomer just kind of reach over, and if there's like a barrel or something, and kind of reaches over?
Yeah. There's like small casks back there. Yeah, that you can you can pick up.
Just use it like a bit, like smacking a hole through the side of a beer can, just like
shotgunning a cask.
Of course, Rick doesn't stop you. He goes, but your dukeship, your dukiness.
Yes, Rick. Please call me Nico. We are friends.
Dookie.
Of course, Duke Nico. There might be an issue. There might be an issue. Yeah, and he kind of glances over at the smoldering body of the troll, and he goes, and he leans in and lowers his voice, and he goes, the others kind of run things around here.
Well, I'm sure they'll. I'm sure anyone who shows my loyal subjects any trouble will be dealt with just as swiftly as we dealt with this interloper here.
Well, I'd surely like to believe that, but they're.
You're a businessman. No payment in advance, I see. A man after my own heart. Of course, you will demand proof of our expertise beyond this simple troll. Well,
no.
No?
And he's trying to get a word in edgewise as you're just pontificating. Oh, God, another drink, just going on and on. And but.
So what do you say? Excellent, Rick. You shall be. By the time we're through, I can see a bright future here for you. Yes, maybe. How does Mayor sound? Mayor of Saltstone. I think you'd be a fine community leader.
He looks at you, and he goes, Mayor. Well, I guess I am sort of a pillar of the community. I
mean, look around. You are the chains that bind this town together. Everyone comes here, shares their stories, shares their woes. Why? You probably know everyone here better than they know themselves, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Boomer, give me an intelligence check.
All right. Yay. Oh, holy shit.
What? Boomer's brain got big.
I don't think I could get
Boomer.
a 17 right now.
Professor Boomer.
All right. So Boomer, as Nico was saying this, you have a memory of another shop owner in Barovia that you sparked hope into.
Sparked hope.
Yeah.
I believe you got some rat meat out of that.
Yeah.
Hey, we've done this before, right? Yeah, that other mayor or guy, Barovia, right? Right, Nico?
Yeah,
It's kind of our thing.
That's right. We didn't merely liberate a town there. We liberated an entire plane from slavery. That's right.
And he goes, and everyone was okay. in the.
Well, it was well, of course. I mean,
When we
no, nothing worthwhile is achieved easily. You understand?
Aren't they all turned into undead?
Sacrifices must be made. But the
Tell
fight-
you who
the
wasn't
fight was-
okay, the vampire that we vanquished. Yep.
That's
He
right.
definitely wasn't okay.
Neither were the orphans.
So, Rick, I can trust on you. Of course, I can trust on your support. I believe when the time comes, Mr. Mayor.
And he looks at you and he goes, "Of course, of course you can. Yes, it's time that Saltstone was free of this oppression. We will once again be free under the guiding hand of Duke Koska."
And Mayor Rick, eh?
And he looks at you and he stands a little bit straighter and he kind of brushes himself off. He says, "Mayor Rick, Mayor Rick."
And I
of
sort of say,
Saltstone."
and I sort of I'll sort of drop my sort of ship hand and assume my suitably dukeful regalia with disguise self.
So at this, like, sort of this, this sudden change, right? Like this changing of the illusion. He takes a step back and he goes, you have, and he sort of looks at you. He says, "You're a wizard of sorts. You have power."
I'm no wizard. I merely have some abilities to disguise myself, which come in handy for a man of my position. Must take precautions. You understand?
So when you say this, as you say this, your shadow bends the wrong way towards the light, and the figure, instead of it being you, it's the shadow of the squat older man.
Yeah.
Is projected along the wall towards the fire.
Excellent.
It happens just briefly, but you can see the shadow looms much larger than you. It sort of stretches up the wall, and the man, like, it looks like he sort of has his hand on his hip. And it's sort of like this looming presence. It's there and then gone again. And almost as if just sort of like a blink or something. Like all the lights in the room kind of dim, and Rick kind of looks over at the wall and he's just, "Did anybody just
What?
see?"
You're right. You're right.
I'll
I am
message him
empty.
and say
Another
yes.
drink.
And he says, "Oh, of course." He said, but it must just be all the excitement tonight.
Speaking of excitement, Mr. Mayor, I think we're going to have to work on something. What do you think of this? And I'll sort of minor illusion like a mayoral chain, like, a big gold chain, like, nice big badge of office.
You're going to make him Mr. T?
Yeah, pretty much. Give him some
He's
gold.
like, I must pity a fool. He looks
Sucker.
down at it. He looks down at it, and you've illusioned him in like a chain of office, and sort of, it's just the front of him. It's like some nice robes, like it's not the stained apron and stuff that he was wearing. And he looks down at it and he says, "Oh,
You like the color? Maybe purple." And I'll just sort of flick through a few colors, just till he gets the one that he likes.
Right. So you stop on this, like, it's sort of a deep red color, like it's really rich kind of a red color. And he goes, "Oh, what that? Well, that seems about right, doesn't it, for a mayor of a whole town?"
I think you'll make. I think you'll be the finest mayor this entire ocean has ever seen.
Skippy's gonna jump up on the bar and be like, "Sorry to interrupt this fashion show, guys, but I want to know a bit more about how long has the town been under control by, like, the others, and Has it always been like this?
And Rick looks at you. He says, "Oh, hello." And because you were inside Jeff this whole time, so he's kind of like, oh.
I guess I'm like partially camouflaged on the bar.
Right?
Well.
Yeah, you're naked. You hop up there naked. And you're sort of like you're kind of.
The stew is talking to him now, basically.
Right? Yeah. So he looks down and he's kind of squinting, and he reaches out a hand. He reaches out a finger.
I wouldn't do that.
And he goes, "Oh, I see." And he looks over at you and he said, Dukaska, is this one of your pets?"
I'll have like slumped as soon as Skippy interrupted. I'd have just like slumped onto a stool with my foot up on another stool, just drinking. Like,
a pet?
This is my noble companion Skippy, warband chief of the Grung.
Fellow circus performer.
He says, "Oh,
no circuses."
He says, "Oh, I am sorry. I've never seen. Well, actually, I have. It's tough to get a look at you.
I can like make my tattoos kind of. Maybe I'll get. Who's wearing the cloak of billowing? Jeff still has it on.
Jeff's got it.
Yeah, Jeff's got it on.
I'll at least allow I'll keep some dignity, but I'll like let him see my face.
Right. And he goes, "Oh. Are you? I don't." And he's kind of looking at the group. He says, "I don't mean any disrespect, but are you with the others?"
Why do you ask that?
He says, "Well, the natural frogs don't talk or change
But I'm a
colors
grung. I'm a grung. I'm not a frog."
He goes, "Oh, what's a grung?"
Kind of like a frog.
He's a grung.
And he says, "Oh, it's just I've seen some of the."
Point to Felix, not a cat. Point to Skippy, not a frog.
And he goes, "Oh, of course."
Points to himself, not a human, not a half man either.
Half man.
He says,
have you seen my kind? Have you seen others of my kind here?
And he looks at you and he goes, "There's some of the fishermen tell stories of creatures they've seen out on the island. Of course, no one really believed them. It's just they drank too much of the fog, but, well, you look a lot like what they've described."
This island or a different island?
He says, "No, the haunted island, just off the west coast there."
Oh, the haunted evil island.
So the ruins on this island and the haunted island is over there. Are there ruins on the haunted island as well?
The ruins are on the haunted island.
I misunderstood that. Okay.
How so tell us about this island.
He says, "Well, it's always been there's always been stories and whatnot. We've always thought that they were just stories that were told to the young people to keep them away from the ruins there. They're not very, very stable, you see. But, well, in recent years, ever since the others showed up, well, things have gotten a little weird. That people that have gone to that island or gone too close to it have, well, disappeared.
Hmm. How
And-
you said the others showed up. When did the others show up?
He looks at you and he says, he goes, it's hard to say, but I don't remember them being here when I was a child.
Hmm.
But I think they've only shown up recently. And he looks and he says, is that right? No, that can't be right. I don't know.
Hmm.
Does he sound like he's been mentally modified?
Give me a medicine check.
19's not shabby.
Nice.
Yeah, he has the sort of that blank look in his eye, that sort of blank look on his face, that you associate with someone who has had definitely had their head messed with a little bit.
Hmm.
Lesser restoration, maybe undo that, or something bigger needed.
You think so? The fact that he's able to, that he's not like outright denying it, and that he does have some confusion, you think a lesser restoration would probably take care of whatever's in there.
All right. I'll ask him if he's willing to accept a lesser restoration to help see if he can get back his memories.
And he looks at you, he says, well, my head does feel a little foggy.
I've
Maybe
seen
it's
him
all
do
the
this
excitement.
before. Trust me, you'll feel fantastic.
He says, all right, does it hurt?
Depends which memories come back.
Depends. Do you want it to hurt? I can have Boomer hit you first.
Oh, no.
It's okay if you hurt. I've got lots of healing spells, healing potions. I can give you one of them.
His day could go really bad.
So
Everybody-
I'll float over and tap him on the forehead and go lesser restoration.
Yeah. So yeah, but when Skippy mentions the potions, everybody in the group kind of clenches up a little bit. He's like, well, that's weird. And so yeah, you walk over and touch his forehead and cast lesser restoration. When you do that, when you touch his forehead and pull your hand away, there's a glowing hand that's still on his forehead. And as you step back, the librarian is standing in your place. You know, so this glowing ethereal librarian is standing in your place, touching his head. And then she fades away, and you can see his expression clear, and his eyes are no longer cloudy. He goes, no, well, that island has always had a bad reputation. But they haven't.
Working for him.
And he says that island's always had a bad reputation, but it hasn't been until recently that people have started disappearing off this island, off of Saltstone. What's going on here?
We don't know. We just got here and ate a seagull and killed a troll.
Wait.
Gaston, you also had a seagull?
I don't know. I said we. I didn't say I. So we've been here all of what, an hour?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, not very long.
Yeah, this is the first time we've been to your lovely island. We've only been here less than a candle's worth of time. So you know more about what's going on than we do. I just helped you access the knowledge that was buried in your brain.
And he starts thinking back on it, and he goes, Wait a minute. No, they don't belong here. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. He says. He looks down at the troll body and he goes, these creatures are destroying our town. We must. Can you help?
Yes.
Of course.
We want to try.
Sentence?
As
The more we know,
citizens
the more
of,
we can help.
As citizens
Felix
of
also
the,
looks like Felix right now.
yeah, that's right.
And he goes, well, a bunch of new people showed up only maybe a few years ago. They started coming to this island, which nobody new comes to this island.
Mm.
Maybe a few traders, maybe somebody wrecks and they stay here, but nobody comes to Saltstone. It's a small fishing village.
Was Mayhew here
It's a
before
very
that?
nice ship.
And he looks at you and he says, Mayhew? No, the provisioner's name is Robert. Not Mayhew.
Seems like we have a bit of an infiltration problem, wouldn't you say, Mr. Mayor?
You know, so Rick, would you be able to take a short walk with us and help us to determine who is an invader and who is a normal member of your town?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Maybe you can give us a guided
murder.
tour.
Let's
Say
go
it again.
visit everybody in town and reduce the population.
Yes, you could give us a guided tour of the town. You know, show us all the best places to resupply our ship.
Nico, I knew we were getting ahead of ourselves when you said that it would be a whole town.
Well, you know, if he's the sole survivor at the end of all this, then he'll never need to be re-elected. Mayor for life.
I'd be super sad. He loses the election. He's like, I didn't do a very good job last year. I couldn't vote for him.
I voted for the other guy. I abstained.
So
My resignation, but I couldn't accept it.
the door is still locked, Ed.
Which door?
The
Let's
one I
have a-
cast arcane lock on the front door.
Oh, it's still locked.
Yeah.
He goes over to the door and he's all, I don't, he turns, sort of wide eyed, he turns on you. He says, I think they've locked us in here.
That one's on me.
Hold on. Whoa, what?
I was making sure that Mr. Smiles, and I'll point to the burnt corpse, made sure that he didn't escape and alert anyone else.
Oh, and you see his eyes get wide. He says, but Leo he left. He's seen you.
Yeah.
He's not from here.
You don't say.
Add him to the list. Maybe we'll,
Randy was right.
You know,
Randy,
anyone named
is he
Randy
still-
is headed in the right
Is he still
direction.
out back? Randy, are you still back there?
He passed out. He had quite a bit to drink. He's sleeping.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be fine.
So I'll start casting something that'll allow us to talk without exposing yourself of pointing or saying who is or who isn't here as we go for a walk.
Oh, are you a wizard? And you can see he's trying to like peer into your cowl. That's sort of like Yeah,
peel
he's
it
kinda like,
back.
you know, 'cause it's kind of shadowed. Oh, you peel it back,
Yeah, don't be alarmed, and I'll peel back.
and he goes, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, it, oh you're
Bad
why
kid. No.
no the
He had a bad experience. He made a poor decision.
A series of unfortunate and poor decisions.
oh are you a
Cat? Yes.
necromancer?"
Is it obvious?
The K
He
flex
goes-
could have gave you away.
Yeah, he goes the the bone part kind of it stands out a bit.
A little bit. Here,
Bones do
I'll
that.
put the cowl back up.
And he goes,
Okay, so-
"Are you?"
Yeah.
And he says, "You don't raise the dead, do you?"
I'll snap for Jeff to stand up.
Jeff makes his way. Jeff clatters his way over. Have you dropped the disguise on Jeff?
No, he's still just got the cloak of billowing, and then the.
Didn't Skippy take the
face.
cloak off of him?
Oh, then yeah, he's just.
No,
No, okay.
the cloak's still on Jeff.
Okay.
So I'll just have him like put a hand on the guy's shoulder, like, and the second head come up.
Yeah, he
Don't
turns,
be
he
alarmed.
turns around and goes. He turns around, he sees a hand, he turns around, he sees the one head, and then the second head like peers around, and he goes. He sees the first head, and he goes, "Huh," and then the second head goes and smiles at him with the one gold tooth, and he goes, "Huh, oh.
We're
That's
on
a lot
your
of-
side.
That's a lot of skulls. Are you are you the good guys?"
We're not great.
Roll credits.
Campaign
Yeah,
complete.
he goes, "Well, I guess
We're as good as you're gonna get.
he says I guess if I guess when the boat's leaking, any bucket, no matter how evil, will bail water."
Ah, Rick, we're not evil.
And we're not on a
Anymore.
boat.
Just want Tanith to be shouting like, "I'm good too."
He's all, yeah, Ted's all, "I'm a boat."
Should I get small? If
Yes. if we're
You
gonna-
actually can't.
oh, yeah.
That's kind of
So,
how that
so do we
particular
wanna-
magic works.
How do we want to do this then? Do we want to do this the subtle way, where you give us a nice tour and we make a list and then do some subtle cleaning, or do we just want to stroll out and start hacking and slashing?
And he goes, "Oh no, well no, let's. I think we don't want anyone to get hurt. That doesn't need to get hurt, right? There's probably still good people here, right?"
Oh, I'm sure.
You tell us who's good and not. We'll take the word for it.
Point out everyone that you would say is evil.
And he kind of takes in the group, with the two-headed skeleton and the thing and the bloody axe, starts dripping ethereal blood, and the camouflage grung with her dignity.
Hey,
And he goes,
holy cowl, holy garb, priest of Ogma floating on a holy book of Ogma.
Yeah,
right.
that's
Yeah,
definitely,
like,
it's definitely, obviously a disguise for a bad guy.
well,
You're not even
I mean,
trying.
as you're saying that, like the butt plug that you've had in falls out, like hits the book, hits the book, and he's just all right.
By the way, I use pearls, not plugs.
Yeah, just
How did they-
Someone starting a lawnmower?
He just goes, right. Okay. Okay,
Question.
let's. Yeah.
So this is all very nice that we want to liberate the town, of course, but the target here, like we know then that there's a lot of bad happening on this ruin island, and Leo, do we know actually that so Nico knows that Leo like has gone like presumably back over there. So are we to expect that either they're gonna come after us or they're gonna know that something is up anyway?
We could try and get the good people onto Tanith, and so we could try and evacuate them.
That might be like the better way around, like to not like start slashing at bad guys, but to maybe.
So we could evacuate some people, and then if we sort of end up destroying the whole place, then at least there's someone left to rebuild.
They're all gonna be really like cool with some skeletons, though, right? Like no one's gonna freak out over that.
They'll be fine.
Could it be like better to get them into the tavern instead? Like would like if Rick calls like a town meeting as potential new mayor and gets
I imagine most people come into the tavern. Actually, maybe we don't have to go anywhere. Most people come into the tavern at the end of the day anyway, right? So
yeah,
we could just wait here, and you can just wait here, and then whenever anyone comes in who Rick doesn't like the look of, we just kill them.
If we leave Nico in here, there won't be anything for anyone else to drink.
Do we still want to like go and like assault the island?
Well, we can do that once we've
we spend the night here and like take out as many of these bad guys as we can.
Gaston is all for eliminating the threat that the Simic Combine presents to this planet.
Yeah, so we can thin out their numbers here, and then you're right. Then the good people who are here can sort of hunker down while we go and clean up the place.
Seems legit. Oh yeah, I was gonna check my spells as well.
Can you? What's the deal with Tiny Hut? Can you create it and then leave it?
I can't, but other people can.
Other people?
Anyone that's in it when I cast it can leave and come back.
Got you. So you need to just stay there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I could cast it that far.
I was just wondering whether we could use it to protect some town. We could sort of shepherd some townspeople into the tiny huts.
I can only fit 9 medium creatures. That's not really, unless I just put it in front of the door and be like, no.
Well, okay. I think we go with our plan, and we'll just sort of stay here.
Of course,
Rick
Nico wants to stay with the booze.
Hey, look, it's a valid plan, valid strategy.
Weird.
So I guess I'll go over and open the door.
So, my point or my concern is that Mayhew, who is not the correct provisioner, has gone scrambling off, possibly to collect more Simic forces. I don't think we should give them time to, set up a plan, load us in and burn us out.
I was thinking that about the Leo guy as well.
So you just say, we just charge our island, and I guess the people left behind, maybe Rick can sort of round up people that he trusts and lead them out to hide in the trees or something.
We can eliminate the threat here before we go over. We just need to make sure that no one has escaped the island. If somebody has left, we need to chase them down. And these poor people that we don't know too well, whoever lives can become part of your future kingdom, dukedom, or whatever it is you're planning on doing here.
How many people would you say you know on the island, Mr. Mayor?
He goes, well, let's see. There's and he kind of starts mumbling to himself and kind of says, well,
He ends up mentioning like, my best friend, the seagull.
That seagull, I hatched him from an egg. It's like a
loyal seagull.
He's doing great,
True
right?
seagull. Saved my father's life when I was but a boy. He considers it, and he says, wow, there's must be well over 60 people on this island.
And we saw how many on the way over here? Like 10?
Yeah.
Well, if you how about we go for that stroll, and we'll see how many people you know and how many you don't.
Of course.
I'll say, obviously, just give me a moment here and I'll just redisguise myself how I was.
He looks over, he looks at you, he says, why, but my lord, why the disguise? Shouldn't the people see the Duke and know that their savior has come?
All in good time, my good man, but every good battle starts with a bit of intelligence gathering, you know.
I'll try and give him a lowdown on how to talk, like, with his mind to everyone.
No, let's practice. Let's practice your telepathy now.
Just think who you want to talk to, and then talk in your mind.
And he goes, she's not answering.
No, to us. It only works with us.
Oh, that doesn't seem terribly useful, I guess. But all right, you're the wizard. All right. And he thinks for you see him close it. You see he closes his eyes, and all of you can hear him going, Duke Nico. Duke Nico.
It's kind of a party line.
Yeah, we can all hear you now.
And he goes, oh, of course. And then he says in his head, he goes, the dead cat's kind of weird, huh, Nico?
I will respect your comments.
And he goes, oh, wait.
Everyone can hear. Rick, just
don't worry. It took me a while to get used to it too.
Why don't you try it with your eyes? Why don't you try it with your eyes
just
open?
singing to himself.
Boomer's also saying the same thing out loud.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of weird.
And he goes, oh, right. So when I think, everyone can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We are all linked.
And then he thinks, your eyes open.
And then he thinks to you again, Nico. He like leans close to you, but thinks, but he like leans closely. And he goes, oh, it's pretty embarrassing, the thing I said about the dead cat, huh?
Yeah, pretty embarrassing. Good job he can't hear us over here.
And he gives you the wink and the nod, and he goes,
I'll pull my cowl back and give him like a blink.
He kind of a flinch, and he goes, right.
It's a dry skin condition. He does to do that sometimes.
Oh.
Now, I believe you're about to, honest tavernman Rick, we're about to give us our completely innocent new arrivals to the island, just looking to provision their ship. A tour of your stores that you have available here.
Do I just stay here, or do I go with you guys?
Can you fit through the door?
I can
Yeah.
make me fit through the door.
It's not gonna be pretty.
Boomer can kind of turn sideways and kind of squeeze through.
Well, I'm just saying because we're incognito.
Not anymore.
We'll just tell them that. We'll just tell them you had a lot of stew. It'll be fine.
Sudden growth spurt. It's a pituitary gland issue.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. No, that makes sense. It makes sense.
The best part is when someone goes, "Didn't you eat a bird?" and Boomer goes, "No, that was a smaller guy." It's a different guy.
I ate a pterodactyl.
You want to get as big as me? You need to start eating seagulls.
That guy ate a bird, and then I ate him. So that's how that works.
Okay. Rick.
Rick heads out the door, and you can when you guys head out the door, and as soon as you step out the door, and Rick starts looking around, he immediately starts up this like running stream of consciousness in his head that all of you can hear, and it's just the most inane bullshit. Like he's just thinking about like, oh, look at that stone over there. Like I don't remember. Is that stone over? Oh, the outside of the thing needs the outside of the old line and sinker. Maybe needs a fresh coat of paint. I could, and it just constant like just
uses his mental telepathy to mute the personal line. It's like I don't hear him anymore. Because Gaston has his own telepathy, Gaston uses it to blank him out.
Right. Yeah. So you're just no, I can't. Yeah. But yeah, it's some of the. I mean, and it's just some of the most mundane shit, and like and some of the stuff is like way too much information. He's thinking about it. He's like, oh, is that a fart? Oh, that wasn't a fart. And like, but he doesn't. He just doesn't slow down at all. Just kind of keeps going.
I'll just try and look at him like, you got to relax your brain a minute here.
And he goes, right, of course. So all the thoughts, you can hear all the thoughts?
From you, yeah.
Okay. I'll work on it. I'll keep it down. And then he goes, and there's like 5 seconds of not thinking, of quiet, and then he just goes, I'm doing really good at not thinking. I'm really getting the hang of this. I might actually be a wizard myself. I don't want to be all dead and scaly like the cat thing there, but man, I think I could probably be a wizard. I looked really good in that robe that Nico put on me, and that chain of office was pretty fantastic.
My board is here, quiet.
And he looks back at you. He looks back at you, Boomer, and he goes, I thought you seem a little high strung. I thought we were trying to be quiet here. You really should try to keep it down. You have to learn how to master your thoughts and emotions. It's a wizard trick that I've picked up.
You're right. Maybe you are a wizard. Maybe you are.
I could be. And then he goes into his head.
Undiscovered genius, perhaps.
And he sort of goes. He says, "Oh, maybe. I don't like to toot my own horn." And then he immediately in his head he starts thinking, "Well, of course, people always said I had a certain quality about me. I knew I wasn't always a humble barman. But of course I've been on this island my whole life. I don't
take me off the line. Take me off the line. I don't like group chat."
Boomer too.
Boomer, he hears you. He hears you saying this. In the thoughts, he hears you saying this. He hears the thoughts, and he goes, "Hello? hello, and he turns around and he's looking around to see who it was says this. He says, thought I heard something. Must have been the wind. Anyway,
So-
of course, I was always a special
there's the
boy.
guy.
Grew up in.
Rick, who's this fine fellow here?
Are you saying this in his head or out loud?
Out loud.
And he says, well, of course. He says, Ryan, how are you? And he reaches out a hand and shakes. He says, this is our blacksmith, Ryan. He can make anything for you.
Been on the born and raised day, Ryan?
He looks at you and he goes, yep.
May have some. How's your hand with making jewelry?
He says, no jewelry, blacksmith.
And I'll sort of say quietly in my head, like, maybe a sword of office. And he. So you see Rick go. I just had a thought. He says, Ryan, I need you to make me a sword, something distinguished. Ryan gives him like just a fucking flat look, like the fuck you need with a sword, fat man. And he says, a sword. Why sword? Well, you see, I'm the newly elected mayor. And Ryan gives him a very flat look. Oh, I've lost connection to the board.
I've lost connection.
Oh boy.
Pay no attention to the floating people. Pay no attention to the floating people.
Yeah.
Oh no!
It's fine.
This is fine.
So, is there a guy
Do we need
named
to
Joe
reconnect?
on this island?
This
Because
happened.
we should leave soon if Joe's here.
He says, Joe? Joe?
Yeah, he sinks islands wherever he goes.
I don't recall it. Joe.
I'll kind of look to the blacksmith and just sort of back behind Rick slightly and just sort of do the whole like.
The blacksmith gives you a look, looks back at Rick and gives kind of a bit of a disapproving look, kind of a stern look, and he says, I have work to do. If you don't have any serious business here, I have to ask you to move on.
Oh no, I think he wants. Yeah, he wants a sword. Tell you what, he's been such a good host to us so far. How about I'll furnish you with this fine sword. Allow it to be my gift to you, Rick, and I'll sort of hand. How much would you say for your finest craftsmanship of a sword?
And he says, well, all work is fine. Sword will be 25 gold.
25 gold.
Not much call for weapons here.
Maybe he just wants to do some. Maybe he's just thinking of getting into some martial arts to get in fighting shape. You know how it is. You got to stay match fit these days.
He looks at the fat innkeeper and he looks back at you and he goes, fighting shape.
That's right.
Okay.
And I'll give him the 25 gold.
He takes the gold and says, I'll make the sword for. And he looks at Rick and he says, the mayor.
I'll give him a wink and say, good job. Let's carry on with the tour, shall we?
So
the question is, does the mayor's internal image of himself look more like Conor McGregor or John Candy?
So the mayor, yeah, I mean, before Nico came along, it was, more John Candy, a little more realistic. But now that Nico, he's been in the influence of Nico, is slowly morphing and shift, the internal image, he's becoming more and more sort of King Henry VIII type of, like, he has, he sees himself in the fine robes of office with a chain. The fine mayor of Saltstone.
Yeah.
Going to change his name for Ragnar.
That's. Let's see.
Is anyone else having connection issues?
I'm floating over the water.
Still
at the moment.
says, let's try logging out and log back in.
Yeah. Let's see. Whoop.
All right, hold on. Let me log back in here.
Yeah, they seem to be having a few issues, possibly. Come on. Well, no, it's really unhappy.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to let me log back out to the main menu.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
hold on a second.
gonna kill it.
I exited to desktop.
Yeah. Let's see. There we go.
Rise, tails.
All right.
Intermission.
Let me know when you guys are in the space between boards, and I'll summon everybody.
Need some music.
Hellspire is not responding. There we
Some
go.
hold music. Oh, here we go. Bouncy rock. Begin. Woohoo!
I'm in the place.
I'm in the space.
In the space.
Everybody in the space?
Not
I'm
yet.
in the space.
Hold on.
Come
See
on,
now,
Boomer.
I'm in the space.
I'm a spaceman.
Spaceman
I'm
Tim
in the
Curry.
space.
Rocket Man.
Disappointed. I suggested we watch that movie today, and my wife said no.
What, Rocket Man?
Yeah, Elton John story.
Oh,
Nice. I haven't seen it.
I was thinking the Rocketeer, sorry.
Rocketeer's amazing.
I was thinking of Rocky 3.
Or The Rock.
Oh, The Rock. That's a great movie.
Classic.
Welcome to The Rock.
Oh, I was just thinking of Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
Also, classic. One of my favorite movies of his is got to be The Tooth Fairy.
Okay.
The two.
Okay.
That's a movie he has done.
I like The Rundown, but I mean, you know,
Oh, The Rundown's great.
yeah. But hey, you know, Tooth Fairy, everyone's got an opinion.
Little Thunder.
All right, Rick, are we done at the blacksmith?
Movies. I had kids.
Yeah,
so-
all right. So he takes you guys around town. We'll skip through this part just so you don't have to
Mm-hmm.
go traipsing it through town. But so he goes around town, and just about everybody he sees, he identifies. He's like, yes, of course. This is. There are two individuals that he points out that are coming out of a house, and he points at them and he says, at first he points at them and he says, well, yes. He says, of course, this here is Rel, and then he stops and he goes, no, that's not them at all. I don't know who they are.
Hmm.
I don't know who this is.
Fireball.
Where? Which house?
So he. Let me see. I think this one. Is it that one? Yeah.
You're gonna drag us all there?
Yeah, I'll take everybody there. Yeah, this one here.
I can't fit
yeah,
through
so-
the door. I'm too big.
Don't see your bat signal.
Hold on, let me get Fatty out here.
Fatty.
Fatty 2x4 can't fit through the door.
I feel like I've been returned to second grade.
Maybe.
You guys mean. Can't help it. It's glandular.
I'm not fat. The doors are small.
Small. It's a small place. Yeah. So the over this way, this house back over here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and secluded. Excellent.
Why am I on the roof?
And you see one of the a guy had opened the door and was like just throwing something out, and you get a look at him, and you know everybody else is sort of dressed in like, man, quit attacking the pig. Everybody else is sort of dressed in you know, sort of a village garb. When the guy opens the door and closes it, you can see a flash of steel.
Does he come out?
Huh?
Do they both come out, or they open the door, go ooh, and slam it?
No, he didn't. I mean, you guys weren't standing like all right here when this happened. You know, you guys were sort of walking around, and he opened the door, and Rick went, "Oh, and that's gonna be Rel." And he starts to say a name, and he goes, "No, that's I don't know who. I don't recognize them."
Boomer, would you like to show someone the door?
Boomer, go and knock. Everyone, how about I knock on the door?
Oh, okay.
And then if we'll see who opens it, because there could be people in there who, you know, Rick does recognize.
Is there a back door or window here, Rick?
And he says, yeah, well, there's windows, you see, and he points, you know, there's a window over here on the side, and there's a window up top there.
Okay.
Skippy's inside Jeff, by the way, again. Like,
okay.
As we were,
can
configuration.
All right. Can I stealth? Can I look around? If there's no one around, I'd like to try and stealth around to peer through the window, see how many people are in there.
Yeah, give me a stealth check. Oh yeah.
So that's a 16 plus whatever it is, plus 8.
What's high
so
number?
24.
Yeah. So you move up to the house very quietly.
Excellent. Yeah, so I'll stealth around the wall here and subtly peer through the window to see how many people are inside.
You look in and you see two individuals in there. One of them is the man you saw open the door, and the other one is a robed figure.
Are they both friendly, Rick?
He says, I don't know. I don't recognize them. They must be the others.
Both of them.
So just because I'd like to do an insight to make sure that he's just not using it to get rid of people he doesn't like.
Yeah.
You can hear everything he's thinking.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he seems pretty legit. Yeah, and you can hear everything he's thinking, and he's not like slowing down the stream of consciousness. Like he's not editing any of those thoughts out.
You're saying he's not a super villain.
Nico all the time, so I don't trust anybody's inner thoughts anymore. Nico has ruined that for me.
Because I mean, how do we know that they're not just like us, like they've just sort of turned up?
Well, because he's got all of his memories.
We came here on purpose.
I mean, to be fair, if they're like you,
We should kill them.
Yeah, they've probably done some pretty bad shit. So,
all right, I'll.
They might also be good.
So Rick has only seen the one guy open the door. He's not where Nico's at. So he can tell you that the one guy he saw, he's like, yeah, I don't recognize that guy.
Well,
should we announce our presence with a loud shebang? Get the party started, right?
Should we go in and introduce ourselves? Boomer, would you
Boomer will run through the door.
Go ahead and give me a strength athletics check to charge the door.
You get it.
Rick, you may wish to stay out of the way here. Things could get a little messy.
He goes, of course. And he moves over here, and he spots
16?
a patch of. He spots a patch. What was it?
16.
Yep. He spots a patch of grass that he hasn't seen before and begins to think about the different colors of grass and then how the grass got on the island. And then, I wonder how many different types of grass are on this island. And then,
what even is grass, really? Why is grass?
Right.
Yeah.
Was I ever grass? Yeah.
Your
so
ass
Boomer,
is about to be.
Yeah.
Boomer, you hit the door. You don't manage to like bust it off its hinges, but you do hit it a solid hit, and it does open, but you don't go barreling into the room.
You could have just pulled it open. It was an outdoor, not an indoor.
Not anymore.
No, there's no confusion.
It's whatever I make it.
Right. You're a craftsman.
So as soon as you bust the door open, the two guys inside immediately turn around like, "What the hell are you doing here?" Everyone roll initiative.
I got 1 million.
Yay, 22! My first crit in
good.
like weeks.
Hey, nice.
I also got a 22, but without a crit.
No, I got a 12.
Woo!
It shows Boomer got a
10.
39.
Wait, what?
It does.
I guess he rolled
Must
a
have rolled
32, yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean, we could take the 39 if you want.
All right, Felix, what's your dexterity?
2.
Boomer, what's yours?
2.
Fine.
I say we let Boomer go first because he's already in the doorway.
Yeah. Boomer, then Felix. All right. Skippy got a 10.
Yeah.
Gaston got a 14. Nico, what'd you get?
Well,
Gaston has a 14? Oh, I did get a 14. That's right. I have +2.
All right. So Gaston.
I'm just remembering my die roll being a 12. Well, oh, Jam's adding initiative for me. I win.
And then Skippy bringing up the rear.
Oh yeah, my favorite
Not
place.
again. Phrasing.
Phrasing.
Oh, here, Skippy, slide out just a little bit from behind Jeff so I can click on you. There you go, perfect. Thank you.
Mhm.
Am I in the right spot? Is this the front of the door or the
Yep.
house or?
That's the spot.
Cool.
All right, and then let me roll for the guys. So
Would they
that
be
guy's a little-
surprised?
that guy's a little slow. Yeah, they're a little like, what the? All right.
Wait, this
Where's
isn't the tavern.
Ding dong.
Knock, knock.
That guy, and then where's the other guy? That guy. And so this guy is a little more on his game. And this guy is not so much. Okay. All right, Boomer, you are up first.
All right, Boomer rages.
Okay.
So we're taking the kind of inquisitive approach.
Right.
Yep.
Anyone
We're the
tried
Spanish
talking?
Inquisition. No one expected us.
That's right.
And whoever's the closest, I can't actually get inside to see. With whoever's the closest to Boomer would like to hurt.
Yeah, you bust the door open. You got to kind of squeeze through. You got to squeeze through a little bit. So the doorway is going to be difficult terrain for you. So just that one spot will be 10 feet of movement instead of 5 to go through the doors because you got to like squeeze through because you're big.
Gotcha.
But once you're inside, you're free to move.
Okay. Do I have enough movement here to? Let's see. Have to maneuver the camera here.
Stomp,
See
stomp,
what's-
smash.
You can get it's 20 feet to the
All right. Yeah.
to the first guy there.
Yeah. I'll go ahead. I'll move over to that guy, raging, and give him a little tap. All the things. Rolls advantage. The 17 hit.
Let me see. There we go. 17 will not hit.
Ooh.
So as you swing, he goes up and he kind of leans back,
Oh.
and you see him. He makes a gesture, and a shimmering wall of energy appears between you and him, and your axe slams into it.
Can I use one of my superiority dice to do my precision strike?
Sure.
All right.
To very precisely slam into the shield. Felix, get that staff warmed up. We got a caster.
So +5. 17.
Oh, you got a +5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. Fuck your shield. And damage. Uh, 24.
Okay. Yeah, your axe hits his shield, and as it hits, the edge of your axe glows slightly blue, and it parts through his shield, and you see his eyes kind of go wide with amazement as your axe slams into him.
Yay! I would like to do a second attack on this guy.
Yep.
All right. Bro. 23.
We'll hit.
All right. And damage. Oh, cool. It automatically did the reroll for the one. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's good.
26.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, you hit him again, and he staggers back. Really amazed that his shield didn't really wasn't as effective as he would have liked it to be against the giant dwarf.
And and I will yell at him that I've come to eat his children.
He will look at you in confusion, and he's, I don't have any children.
Not with that attitude.
You know who we are?
Lunch.
Boomer's like, not really. I'm kind of confused why we're here.
Well, this is embarrassing. I thought you had kids. Sorry. Guess I'll just go.
Felix.
All right. Can I see Boomer from the window here?
You can see him from the wall.
Like if I got up to the window right next to Nico, would I be able to see Boomer?
So if you were here,
You might be able to see the guy nearest, maybe.
let me see.
Just trying to put the camera here.
Yeah, I can't zoom in close enough to.
You have to
wall
move into the wall.
disappears.
You have to move
Yeah, I
into
know,
the
but
wall.
I don't know if it's because the wall disappearing or the window. If I get seen, no matter. I'll go to the front of the door
We'll
then.
do this. So I don't think you'd be able to see him from where you're at.
All right.
So if we draw a line from here,
That's all right.
maybe you wouldn't be able to get a great view at him. But yeah, from the door you can definitely see him.
I'll go ahead cast haste on Boomer.
Nice.
Oh, thank you, Eddie.
Go get him, big guy. And then I will use my bonus action to make sure Jeff is. Well, Skippy, are you still driving? Or are you gonna join the fight?
I'm sitting inside him, but I can always hop out if he does something I don't want him to.
All right, so let's bring Jeff up right by the door here. I will. Oh,
Okay.
shoot. Let's see.
Are you got him?
Yeah. Oh, come on, go away, go away, go away. Nope, too far. And then I will continue on and just go bloop right inside. But, oh, come on,
Okay.
go away, wall. Trying to get, is right, I can get here in the corner by that barrel.
Okay.
Yep. Need to be in good viewing of what's going on here.
All right.
Nice.
That'll do it.
Okay. All right. This guy is going to go. This guy is going to, he's going to disengage and he is going to run for the door.
Aw. But he would have an advantage on hitting me.
That's true.
Yeah, have advantage on running away.
Yep. So he is going to get to the door here.
I love Tailspire, like being able to see the mini like run away, and
it's pretty cool.
So yeah, he goes like this. And then he bails the fuck out. He just goes up. And when he looks at the guy over there, and he goes, he says, I have to get word to them. I'll tell them you fought bravely. The door.
Unlike me. Yeah.
And the guy, the guy says, "Stay and help me." And he says, "Okay."
That's their Nico.
You can still see him, so it's not really.
He's a low level Nico.
Gaston.
He needs to make a wisdom save, DC 17, or be held.
Okay. He has a +2 on this.
Ooh.
Negative.
That is less impressive than it needs to be.
Yeah, so he goes, and he's held. He tries to get out of it, but he just can't.
Gaston will look at him and go, "Stay."
And yeah, his eyes sort of bug out, and he's kind of struggling in the
fervent grip of a hot librarian.
Yeah.
Right, but she has a very disapproving look on her face, which somehow makes it hotter, but we don't know why.
That is it for Gaston.
How long does
very nice.
how long does he stay restrained?
He gets to make a save at the end of each of his actions.
Okay. So it's worth if I could like tie him up now while he's under yours. Yeah.
Yeah. Or stab him a couple of times.
How held is he? Can he move at all?
He's super held. I think he's paralyzed, right?
Yes, paralyzed.
Yeah.
We just want to kill him. We don't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, so he is, he can't move or speak, fails strength and dexterity saving throws, and any attack that hits is a critical hit.
He might be a troll as well, right?
He might be. One way
Okay,
to find out.
I'm just working out what I might do.
He might be a beholder. We don't know.
I just have this horrible image of you taking his pants off, shoving a grenado up his ass.
Grenado.
Away.
Think about a similar thing, but maybe Molotov cocktail.
Right, the grenado's too round.
Yeah, a little burning rag hanging out of his ass.
You need the narrow neck of the bottle to facilitate getting up there.
Well,
That's it. Felix knows.
That's not really Skippy's style, right?
Skippy
If it was a
goes
healing
for-
potion, you go narrow in first, but for an enemy, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, because you gotta light that rag.
That's
gotta
true,
stay lit.
actually. Yeah.
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 Why do you
Gotta
have a
get it. It's got to have enough
serrated
oxygen there.
All right, Nico.
Okay, so I'll see this commotion and just casually walk up next to the guy,
Turn invisible.
and then run away. No.
I'll casually walk up to him and I'll give him such a pinch, and then I'll run away.
So I was sort of, cock my head to one side and sort of stay, and then just stab him in the neck.
All right, go ahead and roll to attack.
See. That's an 18.
Actually doesn't hit.
Really?
What?
Even though he's
Even
held?
though yeah.
He's armored.
Well, you get advantage, right? Because he's held.
Oh,
If he's paralyzed.
No, if he's paralyzed, any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit.
Got it.
wow.
Why are you so bad at this?
I don't know.
Well, I'm no, yeah, that would be embarrassing. So I'm going to use my I'm going to feel inspired to try again.
You walked over there, like you sauntered over there and went to stab him, and it just went into his breastplate. You're all.
It's like Avengers, Loki and Iron Man. Like this usually works.
Okay, I will inspire myself, and you know what? I'm even going to use a point of luck as well.
All right,
try again. Right, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little better.
That's better.
That'll do. That'll do. Yeah. So yeah, you look at, so the worst part. You know what the worst part of that whole exchange was?
What's that?
Who's standing right next to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Jeff sees you.
Jeff's
You
just
go
like-
point, and Jeff turns and just sort of gives you a look, and then he somehow, and you're not sure how he manages to do this, but he manages to nudge the second head and kind of give you kind of nod towards you, and the second head, you hear the second head clack, the jaws clack with silent laughter, and you're like, fine. And so
You saw, like, ha! I jest, of course. Stab again. Yeah.
and,
So
this time you hit him, and it's a crit.
okay. We did this before. Now I can't. So it's max damage plus
A D8.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 14 plus a D8. Let's roll the D8. Plus 7. Nice. So that's 21 plus
And plus
6.
maximum.
Oh no, sorry, I already added that. So that's 14. So that's 21.
Plus maximum sneak attack.
Sneak attack, which is another. So 21 plus 24.
45.
So 45. And then there'll be some Terror Blade on there for good measure.
Sure.
That's plus 16. So 45 plus 16. So 50.
61.
Sorry, 60, 61.
Wow.
61 damage.
So yeah, you walk up behind this guy, and you after a little bit of a false start, you go, kind of look at Jeff and go, just you got to find the sweet spot. He can't speak or anything, but his eyes sort of like kind of bulge, and then you pull the rapier out, and you see blood start trickling down from beneath his breastplate, but he's still alive.
Wow. That's hardcore.
None of us would be dead. Why are you concerned about him not being dead? I think even Felix would still be alive for that.
Yeah, I'll be a bit upset about that actually. Let's see. I mean, does he look like he's about to die, even though he's totally stationary?
Yeah, I mean it's hard to tell because he's not moving, but he's bloodied. Yeah.
Mm.
On a scale of 1 to 100, how does he feel?
Approximately.
It feels about
Well, he
worse than
feels
used to.
Yeah, he feels 61 worse than he did.
N minus 61. Okay, I'll just be like, and then I'll pull out the other rapier and stab him again.
All right.
Let's see. Let's just see if I can hit him straight off this time.
Yes.
Yeah, 25.
That'll do.
Although it's a mere D8 this time.
All right.
Do you get your proficiency for offhand?
Do I what? Sorry. Oh,
No.
I rolled a 1. Amazing. So yeah, I'll just nick his ear, I guess.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, just cut off half his mustache.
Yeah.
You look at strength, and it's automatically a crit, so it's max plus D8.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, you hit, so it's a
That's
crit.
true.
Yeah, so it'll be 9.
9
Yeah.
damage.
No strength
Remember
bonus.
No, because it's his offhand.
Not on the offhand, I think. Yeah. Okay. No, just
yeah, so you are, I mean, he doesn't react to that because
Yeah.
he's paralyzed.
just standing there like.
just stand, just stand there getting colder, basically.
Yeah. I'll just sort of mutter to myself and walk around the corner.
Wow, even though
Just,
he's paralyzed, you still retreat.
Yep.
Wow.
Actually, no. I'm gonna. Yeah. I'll as I walk past Jeff, I'm gonna wipe all his blood off on Jeff's.
I was about to say,
Jeff's
aren't you trying to be all dookie and heroic in front of your new mayor, who's standing just?
No, I'm no duke at the moment. I'm just an honest ship's hand.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Don't wipe your blood on the cloak of billowing.
If it's on Jeff, then it's fair game. I'm afraid. You should know better, really.
Oh, Nico.
Oh, Nico.
And this is why the cloak of billowing doesn't like you.
Yeah. After
I think
you
this is just one of the reasons.
wipe your rapier on it, it snaps you like a rat tail as you walk away. Like just pops you one right in the ass. The cloak just goes. What? Turn around. The cloak somehow manages to whistle.
Yeah.
All right, Skippy.
I'm currently inside of Jeff,
Yep.
but I will.
All up in that Jeff.
I'm gonna pop out from Jeff and come up onto like the edge of the wall.
Okay.
I think up here, so I can keep an eye. So it's about 20. It's within my range of movement anyway.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna just do. I'm gonna just do a regular 3 ranged attacks against this guy.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Finish him.
It's the first one, I guess. 17 doesn't hit, right?
Does not hit.
Let's see if I can get any. Maybe 24.
Hits.
Okay. Third one will not hit. So I only got 1 hit, 16. So the damage from this one, 7
plus
Yes.
13, so 20.
Why plus 13? Oh, because it's a
Oh,
crit.
no, sorry. It's 13 plus 2. Sorry, 13 plus 2. So 8 plus 5, and then
okay,
you rolled
yeah.
a 2.
Yeah. Okay.
So
15.
15. Yeah, you still
Plus-
have the other two. The other two arrows stick into Jeff.
Not into the cloak, though, right? The
No,
cloak
they
billowed
missed the
out of the
cloak.
way.
The cloak. The cloak knows what's coming, and so it rolls itself up, like it just goes like a window shade, and then the arrows just sort of get lodged in Jeff's like rib cage. He doesn't do any damage or anything, but he just turns around and he's like,
The guy has to make a saving throw for grung poison. Con save.
okay, and this will be +3.
Ooh.
Woohoo! So he gets damaged.
Paralyzed.
You
and
see,
poisoned.
like he's held perfectly still. The arrows go in, and you see like a little bit of like blood and vomit come out of the side of his mouth as the poison sort of hits him, but he can't like properly retch or anything.
He takes a 5 damage.
This guy's not having a good day.
Bad day.
Shouldn't have run.
You don't
I'll
love
be,
it.
It's a murder dwarf.
I'll be like camouflaging my tattoos on the, so I'm blending into the wall wherever I am.
Okay.
I wanted to be up on the wall somehow. Maybe up here.
Oh,
I can't put myself up there. Somewhere up
got
there.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a way to do this, but I don't know. Anyway. Okay. Human. So yeah, that guy is gonna go next. The guy inside is gonna go next. All right. So this guy, who is basically just abandoned by his buddy, and then now he could kind of see through, could kind of look past Boomer's second beard there, and he sees that his buddy sort of
stabbed to pieces.
Well, yeah, he can't figure out why his friend just stopped. He's all, that's weird.
I'll tell them you fought bravely after being stabbed a few times.
All right, so this guy. Where are we at? Yeah, so he's not a full one of those, but he is. So yeah, he is going to he sort of raises his staff, and he touches it to the ground, and darkness expands out from him.
See him doing this? Attempting to cast something?
Yeah, I mean he's kind of behind Boomer, but you can see his staff up there, like kind of he's saying, he's like a woogaja woogaja, he's saying the magic words and whatnot. You can definitely hear it.
Can I counterspell it?
Yeah. He's casting darkness. That's what, 3rd level?
I would like to know. If it is a spell of 3rd level or lower, its spell has no effect. It fails.
Let's see.
And I'll say not in your house.
Oh no, it's 2nd level. Darkness is a 2nd level spell.
I don't know what you're trying to do, but
yeah,
I don't like it.
Yeah, so he goes, he's like, what? And he like touches his staff to the ground, and it just kind of goes, and it makes this kind of just sound, and he goes, does it a couple of times, and he looks at his staff, and he's like, and he looks up at Boomer, and he goes,
yeah, performance issues.
And
it happens to the best of us.
And then he is going to attempt to run around you.
Oh, big mistake.
Dance off, bro, me and you.
I thought you said pants off.
Pants
Pants off.
Hear what you want to hear.
Pants off. Elbows.
All right, so yeah, he's gonna move around you, Boomer, and try to go for the door. If you'd like, you can take an opportunity attack.
Absolutely.
Do I get one as well, or is he still in my?
He hasn't moved past you yet, but you will get one as soon as he moves out of your range. That's as far as he can go. So he's moved into your range.
Murder him, Boomer!
22.
Yeah, that hits. Wait. Oh, you have advantage. I was like, oh yeah, you rolled a 1.
That would be bad.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Very bad for Felix right there.
Just manages to like hook the pot over the fire there and just spray it all over the.
Yeah, he reaches back, just goes, hits himself in the back of the head with the kettle.
21.
Nice.
21. Ooh, he's still up. Just barely, but he's still up.
Sort of limping for the door there.
Oh yeah, he's barely making it, but yeah, he's trying for the door.
Does it matter if I'm hasted? Do I get like an extra
reaction?
An extra reaction?
Not on your reaction, but on your turn, you get extra attacks.
Yeah.
Patience, Boomer.
And is it my turn yet?
It is. It's your turn next.
It is your turn next.
Ho, ho, ho. Boomer will, hit him again.
Oh, Boomer looks so happy.
Yeah.
Gonna move up on him?
Yep, move up on him. I'll be like, no, you come back here.
Imagine Felix is licking his chops here, seeing as what's about to happen.
Magic user soul. Magic user soul.
Yeah, just like waxing the staff, getting ready.
Yeah,
like,
that'll hit.
Yep.
He attempts to cast shield again, but it doesn't. It availed him not.
Yes.
Get that staff
Bring
ready.
him down the axe.
Get it ready.
23.
Yeah, you split him in twain.
All right, low wisdom.
Well, Boomer's not having these extra attacks go to waste, so he just keeps swinging.
Just splattering it in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or is there another guy, or is that it?
There is another guy. Yeah, the other guy's just outside.
Oh.
Yeah, there's another guy. Yeah, another guy just outside.
Oh, Boomer will run out.
All right.
Yeah, he's also very nearly dead.
Yeah, Boomer will run out to the other guy. Take an attack on him.
On the outside, Skippy just sees these like shoulders and a little like an axe, like
moving insanely quick.
That hits and you crit because he's paralyzed.
So he just explodes.
Skippy. You just see his axe come like just out of the door and hit this guy, and he just I mean, you can go and calculate the damage, but I'm pretty sure you're going to kill him.
That's fine. I don't need to.
All right. Yeah, I mean, he's only got 30 hit points left, so I'm pretty sure you're going to finish him off with a crit.
Felix, did you get the caster?
Yeah, I'd like to react and attempt to catch that first guy's soul.
Okay.
Does he get disadvantage like being within like poking distance of the staff? Does that add anything? I can physically touch him with the staff.
It's more of a metaphysical process.
All right, 16 wisdom.
Or does it have to be?
All right. He has a plus. Oh, he actually has. So it's a plus 6 to this.
Wow.
I've got +9 to my wisdom.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
15.
Just missed it.
Oh
No, made it. 16.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's 9 plus 6, right? 15.
Yeah, which is 15, and his save needs to be a 16 or higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he. So yeah, you.
Yay!
Stuff.
Yeah. Hold the staff up. Hold the
We
staff
go to
up.
hell, boy.
And his soul comes out. His soul, as it comes out, doesn't look any sort of twisted or anything, but it does try to move west. And as it starts to move west, and you do like a jerking motion with the staff, and you pull it back, and you can see the soul's trying to claw its way forward. But ice begins to form over the soul. Sort of this ethereal ice forms over the soul, and you see the movements become stiffer, and it's harder to move. But the eyes bulge out, and they now know true terror. As you pull the soul backwards towards the staff, and it lets out this horrible scream of absolute terror. And it slams into the staff. And then Felix, in your head, you hear, "Well done."
Does everyone else hear this too being linked?
Oh yeah, they do actually. You guys are linked. So yeah, you do hear this.
I wonder what Rick will make
Everybody
of
hears this.
Hello.
You hear. Well done, Felix. It's not often one of the Combine comes into my reach. Well done. You are truly the most marvelous tool I have ever wielded.
Felix is
And
a
then,
tool.
and then the presence retreats. Everybody that heard it, they're like through the link. All of you feel this horrible, cold, dark presence touching you. While the voice speaks, except for you, Gaston, you are the Mephistopheles is unable to reach you through the link, as you have little extra protection, courtesy of Ogma. But the rest of you,
Gaston knows all about protection.
right? The rest,
He was touched before.
the rest of you feel the touch of Mephistopheles, and ice begins to physical ice begins to form on your clothes and in your hair. But then the presence is gone.
Skippy has neither of those problems at the moment. No clothes, no hair.
No clothes, no problem.
You look over, and Rick has shit himself. He is on the ground. He is on the ground in the fetal position. He was not prepared for that.
First time meeting the devil, Rick?
First
time. You don't get used to it.
I was completely unaffected. So have you thought about accepting Ogma as your personal Lord and Savior?
No shame, Gaston.
Rick is gibbering to himself and is incoherent at the moment. So Boomer, your axe comes down on this guy, on the last guy there, right out the door, and just this massive, rough blade of an axe, with a giant dad skull on the back, just slams into this guy from behind and just cuts him in half, just right down the middle. But the axe isn't exactly like razor sharp or anything, and so he splatters a little. Like if you ever try to cut a ripe tomato with a dull knife, kind of like that. So there's a little bit of a squish, and so juice kind of goes, sort of splatters forward, onto the wall here. So it goes flying goes flying under Gaston's book. Miraculously, the book is untouched by the blood, and then the guy sort of the ruined halves of the guy sort of fall down and then slump to the ground. Jeff is coated in blood.
Nice.
Oh,
Good job, Boomer.
must find more.
So at this point, so you guys have been walking around. Boomer, you finally shrink back down to your normal size.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. I should have been doing an additional D4. Could have ended this a little bit sooner.
Felix, have you got 11 magic souls now?
No, I have 3 magics and
Okay.
13 regular souls.
No. Do you not have 14? I was trying to keep count of regular souls, but maybe I got wrong.
Did you add 2 from the ship, Ed? When I wasn't actually playing, yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, cool. So
I think then you should have 14 then. Yeah.
15.
15, cool.
15 and 3 magicers, so
Woo. Okay.
One of those being Abigail's.
No, Abigail didn't count towards the staff, did it? Oh yeah, it did count towards the staff.
It did.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay! 4 magicers. Hey, look at you.
Oh boy.
4 now.
You're doing great.
Nico's going to start going through the house.
Yeah, so you notice as soon as you step inside that there's a big puddle of shit right behind where Boomer was. Like it looks like it looks like just a
seagull.
Fucking can of yoo-hoo exploded in here. Just
any feathers?
Yeah, actually, it's just, it's just feathers, just shit and feathers. It was like the world's worst party cannon went off.
I'd like to mage hand the guy's staff to see if it does anything.
Perishes you, and as you grow a second head.
I don't know. What are the last couple staffs I've picked up haven't been too great.
It looks like just a staff he was using as an arcane focus.
Can I roll anything to see if it's not cursed?
Yeah, you can roll. You can roll an arcane check.
You can roll a wheel of misfortune dice.
All right, there we go. 22.
Yeah, it looks like just a regular staff. Has a an art. Excuse me. He was using it as an arcane focus.
All right, I'll hand it to Rick on the ground or poke him with it. Like, come on, time to get up. Got a present for you.
Rick is gibbering on the ground, and he goes, so cold. Why? Who was that? Why?
Skippy's just looking for the Molotov cocktail. Like,
that was Felix's boyfriend.
Why was it so cold, and what was all that screaming?
That was just your mind not prepared to meet someone of such immense power.
Who was that?
Nobody important.
So yeah, when you say that, Felix, the staff, these massive ice spikes sort of punch out of the staff, and one punches right through your hand where you're holding it.
Oh.
Ow.
And you'll take three cold damage.
Careful what you say.
Sorry, three piercing damage.
Oh, so 6?
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
you're
Yeah, 6.
vulnerable.
Did I get uncursed?
Not yet.
Not yet, because it's disappeared from my.
No, I uncursed both of them before the
I thought
long
he-
rest and burned my spells.
Yeah, I thought that Gaston did. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh, did you get both of them?
Yeah, they both turned
Okay,
into
so
uncursed.
you okay? Actually, Felix, you just take 3 then.
But
You are
I was lying. The deception.
All right, combat is over.
A novel and terrifying version of Pinocchio. Yeah, Nico's going to come in and start turning the house over.
Yeah, so the house, on its surface, the house looks very normal, sort of very farm village-y. Go ahead and give me perception checks.
Perception.
Anybody that's ransacking the house.
Oh,
I'd
Yeah,
like to look at the.
Wow.
I
Hey,
guess I
two
found-
wolves
I-
ransack.
I found a drink, right?
Yeah.
I'm also going to have find traps up.
I think I just got distracted by this bottle of whatever it is on the table, probably.
I
started
ain't
looking.
found shit except shit.
Right.
Skippy
Wow.
rolled a 23.
Gaston. Wow.
That's spectacular.
Amazing.
So Felix and Skippy found
Gaston,
everything.
Boomer. Yeah, Gaston, Boomer, and Nico, you guys were over there just playing in the poop.
No, I don't understand. This broken pottery has got some hidden meaning.
I think I found the beak.
You're like
Gaston
trying to
over
read
just adjusting his tinfoil hat. No, look at the design.
Trying to read the future in the poo on the floor.
I imagine Boomer has like the beak and he's just like, that's really interesting, Gaston.
Yeah, so Skippy and Felix, you managed to step past the poo. And looking through, looking through what's in this house, you notice that there are women's clothing in the house, as well as a man's clothing. But the clothing for the man, the men and women's clothing that you see is very simple fare, much closer to what you've seen other locals wearing on the island. And you only find a small chest with clothing that matches what the two that you just fought were wearing.
Okay. Do I find anything on the person of the caster?
You find another one of those rune stones that looks similar to the one that you found on the troll.
Like a garage door opener?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's magical though, because magic.
And
Magic
electromagnetic frequency stuff isn't magic?
Have you ever handed a garage door opener to a 4-year-old? It's magic to them too.
Magic.
Is the food any good?
Yeah, the food's actually pretty good. Looks like these guys were sitting down, going to sit down to eat. Although the food looks good, but it also doesn't look like anything that was served in the line and sinker or anything that you have observed on the island.
Yeah, Gaston recommends against eating things from the Simic Combine. You never know what side effects are going to come with it.
I'm going to take like a sample of it in one of my jars.
Yep.
Nico will
to look at later.
obviously be listening while drinking everything that he can find lying around.
Sure. Yeah, you find Nico. You find there's a couple of what looks like bottles of ale.
Mm-hmm.
And you also find a bottle. Is your just it's sitting on the it's not hidden or anything. It's sitting on the table. There's a bottle on it that has a label with a language you can't read.
Is it like just like a screw cap, or how is it sealed?
Wax.
Wax. Yeah, I'll just
wax.
Yeah, I'll sort of look at it and go, And I'll just smash the neck off the bottle on the side of the table and give it a sniff.
Yeah, you smell it. It definitely has there's definitely alcohol in it. You recognize that smell, but it also has kind of a sour smell to it.
I'll take a good swig.
Oh God.
Yep. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
19.
Yeah, you're all right.
Nice.
It definitely got a weird aftertaste to it.
Yeah, bit of a kick to this one. Anyone else want to? Oh, who am I kidding? I'll just, yeah. I'll
Hey.
all right, here you go, Boomer. Yeah. Try this one. This one's got a bit of a kick.
Bit of a kick.
Is there anything upstairs, Ed?
No, that's just to get to the shelf.
Okay.
I'll take a drink of it.
Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, not with advantage.
Not with advantage?
Not with advantage.
So it's not poison.
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, not technically.
Does a 24 do it?
Yeah, you're all right.
It doesn't have a kick. Here you go.
I assume you probably oh no, you're not large anymore, are you?
No, I'm back to my dwarfy dwarf.
Back to
Would
your dwarf
investigation get us anything that perception didn't hear?
No, you didn't. You don't see. You haven't detected your perception roll. You didn't detect any traps or anything, any hidden mechanisms. It looks like just a regular farmhouse, but you would definitely, judging what's in the house and the clothing stuff you found, you don't think this was their house. Somebody else used to live here, and you don't think it was those two.
I'm gonna come over and drag the bits of body inside the house, and then just.
That's what I was just gonna suggest.
Is this like a barrel of, what is this, like water or something outside, or?
Yeah, rain barrel.
Yeah, I'll just kick that over onto wash the blood away, and
right.
Then, just close the door casually and
just kind of
dust my hands. Yeah.
Can I give it one of these?
We ask Rick about if he knew who lived here before, or if someone is Rick still cowering on the floor?
Yeah, Rick's trying to recover. Why do you keep attacking the innkeeper?
I'm telling him, get up.
Yeah, he's starting to recover. But yeah, he definitely has. You see, there's some blood crusted on one nostril, where he got a little bit of a nosebleed, and his eyes are still a little bit wide and rolling.
I'll offer him a drink from one of the ale bottles. So here you go. It's always after a good fight, sometimes it helps to calm the nerves, eh?
And he goes, yeah, the nerves. And he takes the bottle and he kills it in one.
Yeah. Ah, I knew you were a warrior at heart, eh?
Yeah, warrior.
Does he have to do a con save?
No, he drank one of the bottles of ale, not the bottle with the weird label.
Oh, lame.
Someone will give him a little pat on the head, give him a round of guidance to see if that'll help straighten his shit out.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So yeah, you hit him with guidance, and sort of the golden glow of Ogma kind of surrounds him. It gets a D4, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he manages to kind of pull himself together a little bit more. He stands up and he says, "Oh, this is really good ale." And he says, "Well, right. So I guess we took care of them, huh?"
Ah, you'll make a fine mayor of this town. You fought for its freedom now, after all. A real freedom fighter.
Wilson Town is not original.
I think they were the only ones.
Those are the only two that you found.
Okay. So the only two non-Saltstone originals are these two plus Trollboy.
And Leo.
Yeah.
And Leo, yeah.
Disappeared over the wall.
Leo, who
Yeah, we could
gone.
probably go
and
check the docks to see if anybody left on a boat yet.
Is the provisioner was new? Did we the provision?
Yeah.
it is still locked up tight.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
I could fix that.
Boomer, do you fancy knocking on another door?
Yay!
This door?
Knock, knock.
Hang on, we need to cover
Yeah.
all the exits.
Boomer will knock on the door. Oh, this time Boomer will whip out his key.
Right.
Which door,
Yeah, it's
which
an
door are you
oldie but
going
a
for,
goodie.
Boomer? Which door are you going for, Boomer?
Damn
Oh,
it.
I don't know. Whatever one you put me in front of. 22. Does that?
There's a left door and a right door.
Dealer's choice.
All right, I'll go and start picking the lock on the right door.
So the left door, I got a 22.
Yeah. So you run and charge at the door. It's actually not there anymore. You run and charge at the door, and this time you hit it, and it like burst open, and you're inside. So you got a lower center of gravity.
Yeah.
You're really able to hit it. Nico, go ahead and give me a check with your lock picking tools. A sleight of hand.
15.
Not able to pick that lock.
I'll give it another go in a minute.
Okay. But you don't break your tools off or anything like that. You didn't explode or anything, so no traps went off. All right, so Boomer, you managed to bust open this door.
Good job.
Yay. Yep. Go in. Like, hidey ho.
No one answers you.
Oh. Oh, this is disappointing.
A little awkward, really. I thought there'd be.
Hello, Boomer.
Oh,
Your children.
I'll eat your children. What is
I think you
going
need a new
on,
war
Boomer?
cry, man.
All right.
Is this the paperwork over here to the left? Here.
Where are you at? Oh yeah. So you find a desk. It looks like some things have been hastily grabbed up. Like you can see the ink bottle is, the ink well is like knocked over. Some papers are scattered. It looks like some stuff was snatched up in a hurry.
And neither of the guys we killed was Mayhew, so Mayhew's missing and Leo's missing?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
I'm kind of just being a dick and breaking stuff.
Just smashing
Just
stuff.
knocking shit. Just got your axe out. Just
Wait.
knocking stuff off
Wait,
shelves.
destroy all of this. This might have some information, and if nothing else, we have cargo space.
Don't break stride.
Are there any maps or anything to grab on this table?
Yeah. So give me a perception check on the table.
All right. Why haven't I been rolling in D&D Beyond instead of Pale Spire forever? 21.
You're doing much better in there.
Yeah. So you managed to find there's what looks like it's a torn piece of paper. It looks like it was sort of stuck underneath part of the shelving, and it tried to grab. There's a torn piece of paper, and on that piece of paper, it looks like a shipping schedule.
Nice.
And so you can see there's dates. It's ripped, but on the part you can see there's dates for the arrival of ships with what cargo should be coming in. And there is also, and this one you can't quite make out like what the date system that's on it. You're looking at it and you're like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, what the hell date is that? But there's a line, but there's this date, and it just says research material.
Mm. I'm gonna look at this.
Comprehend languages and take a look at it.
Yeah, so Gaston, you actually don't even need comprehend languages on it. The date marking that's on there is the date system used in Ravnica.
Yeah. I'd say I know when this was, but I've been off Ravnica for so long, I'm not even sure what date it's supposed to be there these days.
You're like, I don't know, man. I'm sure the star date is supplemental, but I have no idea where we're at.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can't get back home till we have a milestone and I get my next level.
On the shipping schedule, does anything look like it's
deaf to your please? Well, what's up?
Looking at the shipping schedule, is anything due in relatively soon?
It looks like something arrived earlier this week.
Okay.
And you see there's something scheduled, a ship is scheduled to arrive 2 weeks from today.
Oh, okay. So we got a bit of time, I guess, before we're expecting more off this paperwork. But people could come at any time, especially if someone got away and alerted their group to our presence.
Did you say that there was something that was like research material, or?
That's what was scheduled to arrive on the date that was indicated in the Ravnican date system.
Oh, okay.
7233 number in there, something like that.
Huh?
Is there a 7223 number somewhere floating in there?
You don't see 7223 in there anywhere.
Maybe that's when their boat was due to come back, possible.
Or 7723.
Wait, are you 7723?
I'm 7723.
Oh, I have the wrong number in my notes. 7723.
All right, I guess I'll just fiddle with the paperwork till everyone else is ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still trying to pick the lock on this door.
Go ahead and give me another sleight of hand check.
I'm going to
Assuming it
enter the
isn't,
docks.
assuming it isn't just open. 25.
That manages to pick the lock.
Yeah, so I'll stealthily open the door and creep in.
Okay.
Oh, I want to go around the other side and be like, surprise!
Give me a perception check as you open the door.
16.
Yeah, so you pick the lock and kind of your instincts kick in. The door swings open, and you look up and you can see that there's a line that was attached to the door. Like there was a mechanism attached to the door, and you unlock the door. If you didn't force the door, it disengaged the mechanism. And you can see there's a line that runs up the door, and it runs up the side, over the top, and there's like this clay jar.
Interesting. I shall. Do I see? Is there anyone in here when I sort of peek in?
It is empty.
Okay. So I'm going to come in and start poking around then. In that case.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll come in. Let's see. What do we got here? What's in the crates? I guess crates and the chests.
What's in the box?
Over in the corner.
Yeah. What's in the box?
Yeah. So both of those are locked.
Time to break out the old magic fingers again. I guess I'll start working on the top.
Mage hand?
No. Start working on the top chest with the thieves' tools again.
Okay.
I don't know what anyone else is doing.
Oh, nice, Ed. Have you been working on the boats?
What's up?
Have you been working on the boats, or are those new models? Or
oh, those ones, yeah, those are new.
Nice.
Those are some ones I copied.
Oh.
Looks like they got some curves.
Yeah, I tried implementing something like that on Tanith on the front.
That looks good.
It's not finished yet, though.
Cool.
Anyway, yeah, 27. Yeah, you managed to slide in there and break that particular bust that lock.
Yep, I'll take out Charity and use that to lift the lid on the chest.
Yep. So yeah, you lift the lid open on the chest. You see that as you creak it, you lift it open. You can see sort of the standard poison needle configuration around the lid. It's been disengaged when you pick the lock. Inside of this chest, you find clothes. Looks like some very nice clothes. You also find what looks like a set of rings. Like very nice ring. They all have a different color stone in them. And they're in this little case. And there are 10 different rings with 10 different stones.
Sounds like a Strahd thing.
10 rings with 10 different stones.
And one of them,
some nice
sorry,
stones.
there's 10 slots. One of the rings is missing.
Ah, so 9 rings. Nice, and nice clothes. What do the clothes look like? Just regular sort of.
Yeah, so they're definitely upscale. They're very nicely cut, obviously tailored. Made out of silks. But they're cut in a style that you've never seen before.
Style of House Koska, clearly. Okay. So yeah, I guess while the others are doing their thing, I'll move on to the next chest as well.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand.
Extremely loud boom.
Ooh, 29.
Yep. So yeah, you managed to slide this guy open as well.
Yep.
Again, you see that it was booby trapped on the inside, but you know your deft movement with the thieves' tools manages to pop it open.
Yeah, I'll just be like, just satisfaction to myself. Like, still got it. Yeah.
So inside this chest, you open it up, and you see it has what looks like there's this sets of leather books that are in there, like sort of largish leather books. There's this ornate wooden spoon that's in there, and you also find there's a bag of gold that's in there, but the coins you don't recognize the symbol stamped on it.
How much gold?
You find 126. Holy shit, that's a big cockroach. Excuse me.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to look suspiciously at the wooden spoon and kind of poke it with my sword and see if
nothing happens. It just sits there.
Right,
It just
okay.
wobbles. Yeah, I mean it's.
Pick up rings, but you poke a spoon.
Did we just get a peek into Nico's childhood?
It's fairly ornate. Like it's carved out of this darkish wood, and it's inlaid with what looks like jade.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, I'll just scoop up that stuff. I'm gonna grab the books, and I'm gonna telepathically call to Gaston and say, I mean, I guess if I open them up, they're like incomprehensible to me, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sort of call to Gaston and say, Gaston, found some new reading material for you.
Excellent. I'm on my way to the docks. I'll come back and get them shortly.
Why are you going to the docks?
To see if they left on a boat.
Oh. Okay, carry on. Anyone else doing anything? Or
anything in these chests?
I want to look around as well in the this side of the house, like up on the shelves, and anything looking interesting.
Where are you
familiar
at?
I'm up here.
This place has got supplies, right? It's got meal and beans and flour and alcohol and stuff like that.
Inside, it has there's some stuff in there. It's obviously not where the main storage is, but it definitely has some stuff in there.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to come back with the rest of the crew to help clear this place out temporarily, but I need to check the docks first. If you're gonna loot right.
Sure.
Pardon me. Woo.
Yeah, so Skippy, where you're at, yeah, so you're kind of up on the shelf there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find it looks like just like supplies and provisions, things that might be shipped in, rice, flour, things like that.
But nothing particularly exciting. There's
No,
like
nothing
a
particularly
chest down here behind Jeff. Is there anything?
It is locked.
I have Tinker's tools.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Does that help me do anything?
Go dungeon that dragon.
Sure.
Just jam it into the lock and
Maybe I'll wait for Nico or Gaston.
He'll just probably try to steal it. Go ahead, no, try to open that thing up.
I could open it.
Yeah, Boomer could.
Is Boomer here? Hey, Boomer.
Hello.
Boomer, have you
Boomer's
got your lock picking skills
Got his
handy?
key,
Yeah.
universal key.
I've got my key.
Can you come use your key?
Yep.
I'm just gonna move out of the way. And I'll call Jeff over as well. Give you lots of swinging space for your.
So what is this? Sorry, I left, but is this a chest or?
Yeah,
It's a
door.
chest, yeah.
Yeah, I'll try and break it open.
all right. Go ahead and how are you breaking it open?
Well, I've got my key in my fist.
Right.
Is it like a padlock that I could just kind of?
No, it has an internal locking mechanism.
Can we try and like cut the end off of the crate?
Boomer will probably just.
No,
Smash it.
I'll just hit it. I'll just hit it real hard.
Yeah.
You're the
Go ahead and-
expert.
Go ahead and give me a strength athletics.
That's so close to being a 20. A 17.
You punch this chest in the lock, but it holds fast, and maybe mocking you a little. I don't know.
The chest says you're not strong enough to open this.
I'll
Come on,
try.
Boomer.
Hey, give me a minute.
That was just a warm up.
This is a delicate process.
I see. I
Yeah,
didn't mean to interrupt the master at work.
Next, I will try to pick up the chest and slam it into the ground.
okay.
Just imagine pick up, like, feel the weight. Yep.
24.
Oh yeah. So this time you slam the chest down. You can hear something break inside of it, and the lid pops open. When the lid does pop open, a gas comes billowing out of the chest and fills the room. And so I need everyone in there. I need everyone in the room to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, Boomer.
Hey, I did the thing that you wanted. I did a good thing.
Did a good thing. Wow, everyone's super.
Oh.
Did you like drop it on your toe, Boomer?
I'm gonna use my inspiration point.
All right.
And I'm gonna. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, everyone's having to use their inspiration today.
All right, Boomer, what's the 15 plus what?
Oh dear.
Oh, +8.
+8. Okay. Yeah. So all of you make that saving throw. However, you feel a like a burning inside of your lungs. And so even though you do not even though you do not you're not hit with you manage to overcome the worst of the damage, but you still take a little bit of it.
Do my lungs work like everyone
So you all
else's?
take. What's up?
Do my lungs work like everyone else's?
Yeah, just a little slower. So you all take 12 fire damage.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Is there anything else like inside the crate?
Yeah. So you open up the crate, and you can see that whatever this incendiary thing that went off inside and released this gas also burned up some of what was inside the chest. It looked like some sort of a failsafe. But because Boomer smashed it the way he did, it did not function properly. It didn't burn everything up. Didn't burn up everything inside the chest. And so inside you find it looks like it contains a few log books.
Okay.
And some ledgers.
I would I'd pick them up and get what language are they in?
It is so you look, so it's written in a language that you don't immediately recognize, Skippy. But when you look at it, you're kind of staring at it, and you can almost see the words on the page start to become familiar, like they start to change, as if the lines and things were dancing and moving on the page. And you start to think that you can almost recognize the language, that you can almost read what's written on the page. And you're sort of just staring at it almost almost in a trance. Before Boomer comes up and goes, hey, what are you looking at? And you're all, oh, it's just this partially burned book, and you're like, oh, nothing. Sorry, I thought it's nothing. But you can't shake the feeling that you can, you could almost read what was written on that page.
I'll keep hold of the books to show Gaston when I see him later, once he's back from next time I see him.
I mean, it's all going to the boat anyway. I'll read it at some point.
Yeah, but this is important. To me.
Is this chest locked?
That chest is also locked.
I'd like to mage hand.
Skippy's gonna take a big, deep breath.
I'd like to mage hand and grab Jeff's hand, have it detach, and start using the fingers as thieves' tools to try and pick the lock.
All right.
And I am proficient
Jeff's
with thieves' tools. So I get to add proficiency to a sleight of hand.
I like this version. I like this version of thieves' tools. That's pretty cool. So yeah, you use the delicate finger bones of one of Jeff's hands to begin picking the lock on this thing.
plus proficiency for.
Yeah, so you get in there and you start moving around and click. The lock pops and the chest swings open.
Can I like stop it and check for anything to trap to make sure it's supposed to be opened a certain way?
It pops open. Yeah. So
right.
yeah, you carefully mage hand that thing open, kind of creep it open, and you can see there's the same. Looks like the same sort of incendiary device on the inside of it, but it's obviously been disarmed by you correctly picking the lock.
Do I think that I could remove that device?
Possibly.
Why don't you take the stuff out of the chest first?
Well, yeah.
I know where Nico sits. He's good with traps. You should totally set it up where Nico sleeps.
Yeah, so I'll see what's in the box and then try and take the trap after.
Okay. So inside this chest, you see there are three sacks inside this chest.
Okay. I would like to open the sacks.
Okay. So there are three in there. Two of them look like sort of rough, like a rough cloth, like a rough spun cloth. The third one is a deep purple velvet, like almost black.
Ooh. I will start with the purple velvet.
Okay. Do you grab it?
I will look inside and use a mage hand to grab it.
Okay. So looking inside the sack, you see that inside this sack is a skull.
Ooh.
How big?
And
normal
the skull,
size human?
No. The skull is slightly deformed, like it's slightly elongated, and it has the stubs of what were most definitely horns, but have been broken off and are polished.
Do I feel any magic coming off of this? Without touching it?
Off the skull?
Yeah.
Give me an Arcana check.
16.
You can feel a little bit of heat coming off of it, but there's not an obvious magical effect.
All right, I'll put that back in the bag, and I will check that later when I have detect magic up.
Did you use mage hand the entire time?
Yes, I'm not touching anything yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, have you finally learned your curse lesson?
Where is Felix?
And then I'll check the other two bags or sacks.
The other two sacks. So which one do you want to check first? Sort of the one on the left or the one on the right?
We'll go with the left.
The sack on the left contains 43 pieces of blood-stained silver.
Okay. And the bag on the right. Oh, do I know the stamps on the coins?
Never seen it before.
Okay. Second bag.
And then the second bag, the one on the right, sort of the one that's sitting it was in the middle. But when you open up that bag, You hear sort of this giggling sound, like this very high-pitched giggling sound. And then the bag, which looked like it had something in it, opens up and falls empty.
Arcana check on the bag?
Yeah, sure.
All right, 22.
It's a mimic.
Like further inspection, when you look on the inside of the bag, although the outside of the bag was sort of this rough spun, the inside of the bag looks like it has some sort of like a metal fiber, like a metal weave on the inside of this bag.
Okay.
But other than that, the bag is now sort of limp and laying there.
And nothing happened when I stuck Jeff's hand with a mage hand in the bag?
When you stuck the mage hand inside the bag.
I'm holding Jeff's hand with the
so
mage
right
hand.
now the bag is just sort of so the bag right now is just sort of laying flat on, like, so after the thing giggled, after you heard the giggling sound, after you opened the bag and you heard the giggling sound, the bag just sort of deflated and fell flat, even though it looked like there was something in there before you opened it. So right now it's just sort of laying flat on the on the chest. But yeah, if you want to like do something with it, you can. But that's sort of the state of it right now, just sort of laying flat.
All right.
Interesting.
I'll put everything back in the chest for now, and then see if I can get the trap out in one piece.
Okay, so you're gonna put everything back in the chest and then try to detach the thing from the chest?
Yeah.
Or do you want to take everything out of the chest and then try to detach it?
Yeah, let's take everything out and set it to the side. So hopefully, if it's gonna blow up, I can just quickly try and close the chest and hopefully contain some of this the gas.
All right, go ahead and give me an intelligence check to see if you can cipher sort of how this thing is put together. If you can see if we can pull it apart.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Woo!
Yeah,
you look at this thing and yeah, you look at this thing and you're like, oh yeah, okay, I see this is connected there, that's connected there. So and then go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check with advantage, because you have a really good idea of how this thing goes together. Give me a sleight of hand check with advantage to remove it without detonating it.
Okay, 18.
Yeah. 18, yeah. So you managed to pull this incendiary device off intact without detonating it, and you can see how it works, like how it would detonate.
Cool.
Okay. That might come in handy later.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I'll grab everything in whatever bag they'll fit of those three.
What do you mean now?
The 3 bags that were in there, I'll throw them into whatever one of those 3 everything would fit, if they will, just so it's one bag.
Yeah. So you have the velvet bag with what looks like the polished skull, the other bag with the bloodstained silver, and then the bag with the metal, sort of the metal weave on the inside is empty.
I'll throw it all in the silver bag.
Okay. So the silver bag won't. It's full of silver, so the skull won't fit in there.
All right. But the empty bag will?
So you have the. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The empty bag will fit in with the bag with the bloodstained silver.
Okay. And then I'll grab that bag and the velvet bag and my new incendiary device and head on out.
All right.
What's Can I stealthily climb this ladder over here?
Yeah.
See if I can see how stealthily I can climb this ladder. Oh, pretty stealthily. 27.
Yeah, you managed to carefully creep up the stairs.
Yeah, so it's kind of like
the ladder.
Yeah, peek over the rim, make sure no one's like hiding up there waiting to club me over the head as I.
Yeah, you peek over the thing, and there's nobody up there.
Okay. Looks like some more books.
Yeah, you see some books. They're looks like sort of well thumbed and well read books. It's in a language you can't really read. The bed doesn't.
Oh, sorry.
The bed doesn't look like it's been slept in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna toss the bed. So like flip it over, split the mattress open. Standard check for anything anyone might have hidden in here.
Yeah, you rip the mattress open. Some looks like some vermin come out of it, some bugs and stuff. It doesn't look like anyone has been up in this room for a while.
What's in this pack and chest over here?
Yeah, so the little pack there. It looks like there is the inside the pack. There's some looks like some moldering, maybe a shirt. It's pretty bad condition, and a bedroll that looks like it's been up here for a while.
Yeah.
And the chest is locked.
Okay, one more time. Don't let me down, magic fingers. Let's give it a poke with the old thieves' tools again. Oh yeah, still got it. 29.
Yeah, you hear the lock click, and it swings open.
Yep. So lever up the lid and take a peek inside.
Yeah, so you look inside. Inside this chest, you see a rusting shirt of chainmail, and a short sword that looks like it was plain. The leather grip is rotting off, and there's rust spots on the blade. You also notice inside this chest there is no booby trap.
Okay.
You found the mayor's new outfit.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's what a great idea. Yeah, so I'll just kind of I'll sort of poke at it with my sword customarily, just because I'm paranoid of everything in chests now.
You poke at it. The chainmail is stiff with rust and age. And the blade, although it looks like it at one time was made of very good steel, hasn't been serviced or any attention paid to it in quite some time.
Yeah, I'll scoop those up. Chuck them in the pack. Chuck these books in the pack. Say, Gaston, you be in your element over here. There's tons of books.
I'm on my way to get Silver Thistle, Lionheart, and Sarek, and some hand trolleys. Come on back. We'll load them up for the supplies and the books.
I'll just I'll literally just grab the books and throw them down the hatch. Like.
Yeah, fine. Here. All right. We are going to stop there. You guys have thoroughly ransacked this dude's domicile.
We're not murder hobos.
You just smashed the door open, smashed the chests open, stole all the stuff.
Yeah. So Skippy, how we're acting right now is exactly how to become a murder hobo.
Seems legit.
We're liberating the town.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it looks more like we're liberating this domicile from it's obviously being like used for bad purposes. So we're just restoring it back to the original state.
We've liberated at least one evil cursed spirit, probably.
Maybe.
From this mortal coil.
All right, so will our adventurers find out what's going on here on Saltstone Island? Will that giggling noise come back to bite them in the ass? Will they get to the bottom and the mystery of where Skippy came from? Find out next week on Good Guys, but Not Great.